Alrighty. Audio syncing in 3, 2, 1. Pro.
What is the question that you asked at the beginning? I didn't understand what you said.
It's, hello and welcome today. What is the tagline?
Some people roll with
advantage, some people roll with disadvantage, and today we're rolling with Reddit. That's our tagline. I purposefully did not tell you because I knew it would harbor a funny reaction.
I see. Did you say banana?
No, I said advantage.
Oh. I thought you said bananas. That's why I was like, what?
Hello and welcome to another episode of Rolling with Reddit. Some people roll with
Advantage!
Some people roll with disadvantage. And today we are rolling with Reddit, and we are joined once again by the wonderful, amazing Ashely making.
Hello!
For those of you who still have not gone over to check out the Appalachian Horror of Call of Cthulhu campaign that Ashely making runs over on the Swirl Initiative channel, link in the description. Go watch it. You had an entire week to do so. I'm not your friend if you didn't click that link.
Wow. Bold words.
I know.
Words.
Jumping into today's stories, of course, you being the guest, you get to pick which one we go with first.
Oh, wowza.
The first option is OK Cuckoo 27 or Seraphek 99.
Wow. Let's go with the first one. It's really stuck in my brain and I want to hear you say that again.
Our first story by OK Cuckoo 27. We have D&D player attacks the DM after dying in game.
Oh.
Like physically?
Who's to say?
Oh, no.
God.
This happened a few years ago at our DM's house. He was hosting an apocalyptic campaign set in Middle-earth, but with a very loose connection to actual Tolkien lore. I remember I was playing a drow barbarian from the ruins of Mordor, for example. The asshole in question was playing a human wizard. He was actually the DM's sister's boyfriend at the time. She was playing with us. I never was crazy about him, but he seemed somewhat normal until we started playing. At which point he got super competitive and self-important. His character had to be more important than everyone else's, especially the DM's sister. She was an orc cleric. Yeah.
Oh, no.
Red flag.
Break up.
Break up. I need a red flag to wave back here when I do shit.
Truly.
A red flag and a green flag. We need those.
Like a red potion
red
and like
gray. There you go. Red flag, which this is actually just the closing scroll support for the leather trays from Misty Mountain Gaming.
Oh, wow.
If you guys want your own trays, that's the plastic one. Where's the red leather one? Is it behind me? Oh, it is, and it's also full of shit. They're great for holding everything, but if you have ADHD, it will become a box of stuff. Anyway.
No, it will.
I know. Use promo code RPG Familiar to save 10% off your entire order. I remember, for example, that the party was being sent to an eastern city-state called Eastnor to investigate the rise of a new Dark Lord, and he monopolized 80% of the dialogue with NPCs and would remind, quote-unquote, the party that he was the leader of this investigation because the wizard always leads the party in Middle-earth.
Oh, because Middle-earth.
No, they kind of die halfway through and then the party's fine for a while.
You shall not pass, and then he's gone for the rest of the trilogy.
Any NPC, of course, who reminded him
Also,
that he's... Go for
I
it.
just mean in The Hobbit, Gandalf is literally always piecing out. He is never there to lead the party.
Nope.
So, like, where is this coming from? It's not founded in fact. I'm
100% agree.
I'm beside myself.
It's just because people remember Gandalf.
Right.
Yep.
But...
No, like, clearly we have caught a fake fan.
True.
Yeah.
True.
It seems like he doesn't like being caught as a fake fan either, based on this next sentence.
Oh.
And any NPC, of course, who reminded him that he is not a mayor, M-A-I-A-R. I'm exposing myself as a fake Tolkien fan.
It's the race of wizards that they all are.
Yeah, reminding him that he's not a Maiar like Gandalf, basically the DM's way of keeping his ego in check.
Nice.
They would either get harassed or murdered, or even in one case, he attempted to commit, I'm not reading that out loud, a certain form of violence on an NPC who told him to fuck off and that he was not a true wizard. DM stopped him and warned him that there would be none of that in this campaign. Yeah. Oof. Cool. He didn't argue, but did talk shit to the DM and claimed he was busting my balls and not letting his character be authentic and denying my player agency.
Technically, the Maiar don't even have balls because they're totally nondescript and genderless, but, you know, whatever. If he was a real fan, he would know. I'm just saying.
God, the final session with him, and of this campaign, unfortunately, was when we did find the Dark Lord and confronted him. We, as a party, way overestimated our strength, which was our fault. This led to everyone but DM's sister and another player, a Hobbit barbarian, dying. This includes DM's sister's boyfriend, who raged at the DM for allowing us to even fight such a high-level enemy just to get killed. He said, quotes, "You knew what we were up against and killed off most of the party. Piece of shit DM." And then accused the DM of doing all this just to kill him off because you couldn't handle my character. And then bizarrely claiming you can't handle the fact that I am balls deep.
I know where that sentence is going.
Every fucking day, you jealous ass bitch. This is his sibling. Wild thing to say. Ashely, I apologize. I should have.
No, it's okay. It's okay. That's hilarious and also so fucked
God.
up.
That's fucked up.
DM was obviously also getting angry at this point and telling him what a baby he was being and kept yelling at DM as me and DM's sister tried to calm him down. He then tells DM's sister, "Shut the fuck up." And then the DM got in his face and said, "Don't you ever talk to her like that."
Good on you.
Good brother.
And then he punched the DM in the face
There it
and
is.
knocked him to the ground and started strangling him. His sister was freaking the hell out, and the Hobbit barbarian was trying to pry him off of him, and then I threatened to call the police on him.
This is not funny, but I'm only picturing them as their
As the
classes.
It's because he called him Hobbit barbarian.
Right, I'm picturing a literal hobbit. Oh my god, this is unhinged.
Yeah. I threatened to call the police on him, and that's what got him to stop. He got up in my face for a second, and then just stormed out. We all check on the DM, and he was okay. His sister insisted we get checked out by the doctor, so he did, and he was fine medically. This shit stain called DM's sister to try to apologize, but kept making excuses about how DM was apparently trying to provoke a fight, but she was done with him and told him that she never wanted to see him again.
Good.
Thank God.
So he then started raging at her and saying that she never stood by him, and then started making disgusting suggestions about her having sex with a DM.
This person has issues.
He has problems.
Yeah, this is...
Issues.
This is,
Gandalf would never.
Gandalf would never. She blocked him, and I have no idea what they did in terms of legal action, or if that psycho ever called again, but that game kind of got soured, and we never finished it. We ended up playing D&D again about a year later, with a new setting and characters, and we are all still friends.
Nice.
Jesus Christ.
It sounds like... Have you ever played the One Ring RPG? Like the actual Lord of the Rings
I want to.
It is brutal. Like
Really?
you die so easy. There's no there's magic, but there's not like healing magic in the way that it exists. It's like it's intense. And
It's like old school
Yes.
versions of D&D.
Yes,
But like you
it's
have to come at 3 character sheets.
it's extremely punishing, and it's really fun. But thank God, like this person could never play that. They don't have like the that's
Personality.
yeah, that's
Maturity.
exactly. Maturity is what it is, and also just oh my god, physical
This is a wild
violence
story.
because a character dies.
Admittedly, I should have read the story ahead of time a little more. I didn't realize we were getting into such serious topics. I'll make sure that there is a warning at the very beginning of the story that we're reading now.
Yeah. I
However,
mean, we just thought it would be just like a punch in the face, maybe, and like
yeah.
end of story.
I didn't
but
expect such
no.
suggestive comments
No.
from the aggressive
about
person.
siblings, like
Yeah.
that's absolutely like so inappropriate and so
I feel like it's telling.
Yes.
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 I'm
about
glad
his
that the bullet was
budget.
dodged.
Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely.
absolutely.
That would have been a horrible long-term relationship if it ever turned into one.
Play D&D with your significant others. Find out who they are.
Oh.
That's very good advice. Very good advice.
Jumping into some of these top comments, we have one by a familiar username. Has often been the top comment for a lot of stories that we've been reading lately. Shoe owner.
Shoe owner.
Shoe owner. He quotes part of the story, raging at her and saying she never stood by him. That's weird. I wonder why she wouldn't support behavior like this. I guess there's just no way to know.
Wow.
Yeah, I would totally be on your side for punching my brother in the face.
Yeah, you never supported me. You never supported me.
Well, I don't have a brother, so.
That's fair. That's fair. It's probably for the best. I would be trying to get with your brother. Anyway, on to our next story. Here we have DM uses players as a therapist.
Ooh.
This
It's
is
usually
from,
the other way around.
Yeah.
This is by Seraphic99. A year back, I was playing a magical high school themed game of 5e. It was super fun at first until our DM introduced a DM NPC named Syndra. Syndra was a tiefling bard, very popular, and president of several clubs with top marks across the board. This wouldn't have been so bad, but the DM would shove Syndra into everything. Everything the party did, and she would often show us up and make us look bad while constantly alluding to a tragic backstory.
I see.
Gradually, we came to resent Syndra. Fair.
Yeah.
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 Who we began to figure was meant to be more of a rival to the group and began avoiding her. This made our DM mad, as Syndra became more aggressive towards us, outright attacking us in some cases, but then the school faculty would just side with Syndra, saying we provoked her with our quote-unquote bullying and shouldn't have fought back.
What the hell? It sounds like the DM had a
Self-insert, absolutely.
Yeah. But like maybe like a dream self-insert
Yeah.
of who they wish they were in high school.
Top of all the clubs,
Yeah.
A tiefling.
popular, tiefling board.
Tiefling.
I wish I was a tiefling.
Same. Things came to a head when we protested how unfair all this was to the DM. She defended herself, saying that there was a reason Syndra was like this. When we pressed further, she revealed that Syndra had grown up in a broken home, and that she, the DM, was using this character to deal with her own issues.
I understand that, but you could have told them that.
Well, and there's the onus of like consent with that. Like
Yeah.
when you're gonna be using a game therapeutically, that's a very different thing than when you're playing a game casually with friends. And that element of bleed, like when, you know, either your character is bleeding into your real life or vice versa, that's okay in a therapeutic game, like in a situation with professionals, but at a game with friends, that's completely inappropriate to put on them. And it's not helpful for you either, because they're not equipped to handle that at all.
No. Absolutely not.
Like if you thrusted that on me, I wouldn't know what to do with that character.
Crystal, please, I'm so bad with money. You have to be my accountant player.
In game.
I'm debating buying these new ingredients, but I only have 1,500 gold. I make 1,500 gold a week. How do you recommend I make these ends meet, Crystal?
Runs away.
The story goes on to say, we were stunned. At first, we were sympathetic, but as we came to discuss it as a group, we came to the conclusion that we were not trained therapists, and that it was unfair and selfish of the DM to place the burden of her emotional baggage on us players, especially, and this is in all caps, without our knowledge or consent. You guys
Exactly.
nailed this. Fucking nail meets hammer. When we were just there to have fun and not live out her power fantasies. When we brought this up to the DM and asked if maybe we could play another game because we weren't comfortable being her therapeutic aides, she got really upset and called us enablers and blocked us all. So,
Enable?
yeah.
No, if they continued the game and let your character in, then they'd be enablers.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Wild. That's actually where that story ends. But jumping into some of the top comments, we have one here by White Raven 13. She called you enablers for trying to stop her from using you all as free sources of therapy. I don't think she knows what that word means.
No.
Thank you.
The next top comment is by King of Flukes, saying, I don't think it means what you think it means, but really this sounds like classic gaslighting.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if the DM is aware that they're gaslighting, but at the same time, the fact that they're thrusting this on folks who are not equipped for it and are not okay with it is not ethical and not going to be helpful for them in the long run. I hope they got into actual therapy.
Yeah.
But truly, your table is not a therapy session.
No.
And it shouldn't be unless you are a professional using it and implementing that way. But that takes a lot of training and a lot of know-how to navigate those things. But goodness me, I've definitely experienced a lot of this bleed before. And with GMs in the past who have had a self-insert character who's going through something and we're trying to like dance around it. And it's really uncomfortable. And usually I take them aside, I'm like, hey, bud, you okay? You going through something? And really, like, if they're your friend, that's all you can do other than to really put your foot down and set your boundaries for what is okay at your table.
Yeah.
A lot of these things sounds like a good, solid session 0 can solve a lot of these issues, but at the same time, these things can creep in slowly. And you know, when a character is first introduced, you don't know that they are the embodiment of your GM's mental health until further down the road, and that becomes evident, but goodness.
Yeah. Goodness indeed.
No one wants that.
No. And I actually think that is all the time we have for today's episode. So one, thank you all for joining us here today. 2, go check out Ashely May King's Appalachian Horror. What is it called? The Hollow. I got it. The Hollow. I know because I clicked the link.
Wow. That's
In
on do it.
between the two uploads.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not between recording sessions because this has all been one evening.
You're gonna break the fourth wall. They can't do that.
In the meantime, thank you guys so much for tuning in. We will see you all next week for more Rolling with Reddit. Bye-bye for now.
Bye.